What up, party people? It's your boy Chairs here with another edition of All Types of Idol, where the top 6 were performing Shania Twain songs. Whoopee! As you can tell, I'm not digging this theme at all. It took me so long to finally review all these songs. I'm just not a big fan of Shania Twain. And the one song that I was hoping someone would do is From This Moment On, because I thought that was a beautiful song and someone should have done it, and I'm mad that no one picked the opportunity to do that song, because that's a beautiful song. So first up was Mr. Lee DeWise, and he decided to do the Shania staple known as You're Still the one that made her a crossover hit. And I thought, coming from a guy who used to annoy my sister with the song because I know how much she hates this song, and knowing the song back and forth, Lee butchered it. I'm honestly surprised that the judges liked it as much as they did, because I thought that beginning was a pitchy mess. It's like he was singing really, really low, and then he changed keys halfway through, which I thought was weird. I think that the chorus was very strong, and the ending was kind of weak. So all in all, I thought that was a mess, honestly. I didn't think that Lee made it current. I really think that this was not the right song for him. Next up was Michael Lynch, and he decided to sing It Only Hurts When I'm Breathing. And I thought that he took that song and made it his own to an R&B classic. Now, Shania has great reason to cry, because he was very emotionally connected and he was sensitive, and guys can be sensitive. So Simon just put his foot in his mouth, because, you know, girls love a sensitive guy, and, you know, that's why I'm not surprised that he stayed in this competition, you know. I feel like he's a little bit underrated as a singer, because, you know, even by me, because, you know, I feel like his style is like any other style that I've seen before. However, you know, in the context of the competition, he's been one of the most consistent people singing. So, yeah, I can genuinely say I really liking Mike this week. Next up was Casey James, and he decided to sing Don't. And for me, I always feel like Casey's a two-trick pony, but you know what? His vocals this night was awesome. Really awesome. Even better than Jealous Guy. There are parts of that vocal where I didn't get overpowered by that goat vibrato that I don't like. It was sensitive. It showed more range, and it really challenged him. And you know what? He can handle it. So I'm glad that he did that. He was great. He was great. And what I love about next week, or I should really say tonight, because American Idol is going to air in a few hours, the top 5 are going to be singing standards, and they'll be singing without the guitar. No one's allowed to use the guitar. So it's going to be great to finally see Casey without that guitar and really show off his vocals. And something just dropped. But I'm not going to even worry about it. It'll just keep on going. There's a trend I'm seeing with Casey too. Like, right now he's really raising his game at the right time, the moment to peak. It was just like when Kimberly Locke and Saisha Mercado, they weren't predicted to be anywhere near the top 3, and now they're like peaking at just the right moment. I have a feeling that's going to happen with Casey James. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him sneak into the top 3, if not top 2. He's not going to win, but I can see him sneaking in. Next up was Crystal Bowersox, and she decided to sing No One Needs to Know. Honestly, she's good, but this was her weakest performance yet. It was kind of like a blase, boring song choice. I really felt like Lily Scott, you know, being jealous of Crystal, possessed her body and like added like a big old feather peacock earring to her ear and performed in this Patsy Cline hip retro country old-fashioned feel, and it just didn't work for me. That arrangement I did not like. It's very different from the original, but then again, I'm not a big fan of Shania Twain. But you know, still, Crystal still deserves to be in this competition. You know, everyone's allowed one weak performance, and you know, this is Crystal's. But you know what? Jordan had her weak performance in the top 6, and she won. So it's all right. It's all right. And I really feel that this is like Crystal's competition to lose. I mean, it's like I can't see anyone else winning other than her and Siobhan. And America already ruined it for me with Siobhan. We'll get to that later. Next up was Aaron Kelly, and he decided to sing You Got Away, and of course he's gonna do good. It's like Shania Week, it's Country Pop Week. This is definitely in his real lane. Great song choice, great vocals to match. Even though there were little pitch problems, it was one of the best I've heard in a long time from Aaron. The last time I really liked Aaron was when he sang AMG. But I'm glad that he's stepping up his games, and I really want him to be a little bit more rougher, you know, because it's all feeling a little bit pageanty with him when it comes to performing, and the little swaying that he does, it's getting annoying. So I know that's him, but he's got to vary up his performance just a little bit more. But all in all, I thought that he was the second best of the night. And last but certainly not least, my favorite, who got eliminated this week, Miss Siobhan Magnus. And it kills me because I didn't actually like her this week. And I thought the judges, just like Lee, overrated her. I felt when she sang Any Man of Mine, it's a fast type of song, and I felt like she was ahead of the music for most of the time. When she belted at the end, I thought that was great. I don't know how that fits in the song, but that note was great. But everything beforehand was kind of a mess to me. So I was really expecting her to be in the bottom 3, but I was not expecting her to leave. And it kind of pisses me off that the judges really loved this performance, but yet she sang last week When You Believe, which I thought was excellent, and the judges slam her for it. It pisses me off, you know, that they thought, oh, she's back, but I've heard her sung much better than what she portrayed on Shania Night. And did you see the look on Shania's face? I mean, Shania looked like she didn't like it either. So all in all, for that night, I didn't care for it because it's Shania. Don't care for her. This is kind of blase. For my number 1 spot, that definitely goes to Casey, followed by Aaron and Mike, and I thought the bottom 3 was Crystal, Siobhan, and Lee, who I thought were going to be the top 3. But I knew Crystal was going to be safe. It was between Lee and Siobhan to hit the bottom 3, and Siobhan hit it. I kind of wish Lee was there. But man, I gotta say, I'm really pissed that Siobhan is gone, really, because she's a performer, and she's like one of the only people that really gets me when I see her perform. I don't really get that from much anybody else, so it's gonna be kind of boring. I'm hoping that the top 5 prove me wrong, because it's standards night, and usually standards night, everyone really raises their game and really does well. So I really hope that with Harry Connick Jr. mentoring, that is going to end up being a really good night. So that does it. So look up for my next commentary. Who knows when that's going to go up. I'm going to be busy with a lot of things, auditioning, and also running Idol Search, which the auditions are now up. So if you're a singer and you want to practice, you know, if you want to have fun, or if you know want to prepare for a vocal competition, this competition is the best place to do it. So link is down here on the bottom. So until next time, people, guys, love, peace, chicken grease.